Howdy, Jacob here. Today we're looking at Salesforce in the software industry, 245 billion market cap on 235 billion enterprise value. Growth is out of this world. Revenue growth has the lowest it's been is the most recent year, 11% year over year. Outside of that, they've grown compound annually at 20+% rate of return. Absolutely astounding, with a gross margin in the high 70%. Very Microsoft-esque with those margins. However, the operating margin side, they've had trouble finding ground and really getting margins. Free cash flow, if we look into it though, I'm sure is different. And I'm sure they're spending a lot on R&D. And we absolutely see that. So 793 million investment in R&D in 2015 to over 5 billion in the most recent year. So if they were to convert half of that even to R&D, you're looking at about 7 over 34, 20% margins. Really not bad. And that's pretty much the margins. We're seeing a little bit more even on the free cash flow side, but there's a bit of stock-based compensation going into that as well. So depreciation, amortization is quite a bit. So we'll have to research that, see if that makes sense, if it's looks like a good buy. And then stock-based compensation, they are issuing a lot of shares to their, or a lot of options likely to their management, head, CEO, CFO type of thing. And they've recently bought back a lot of shares, so that share count's actually going down. We'll have to see whether those are attractive prices to buy them or not. That's why we got to do our analysis. Use of cash is heavy on share purchases recently. They paid a one-time dividend. Oh, wow, they actually do have a dividend. Wow, okay. So they have a dividend now. Similar to Google, interesting. Maybe they haven't found ways to really reinvest back in themselves with AI propping up as much as it has. It's kind of surprising to me. But they make they made a lot of acquisitions, a lot of reinvestments, a little bit of share repurchases. The debt, we didn't look at balance sheet, but they have $14 billion in cash-like products, less than $1 billion short-term debt, less than 8.5 billion long-term debt. We're not concerned with that balance sheet given the cash they have on hand and short-term reinvestments. So I'm ready to make some assumptions here. Right now, I do think that they're so large from a revenue standpoint, a market cap standpoint. I think it's going to be hard to grow double digits like they have in the past. So maybe 10%. I'm saying it's possible. I'm just saying it's going to be difficult. But Salesforce is very good at finding growth opportunities for sure. As for margins, I'll probably lean heavier to the free cash flow side, and maybe I'll just do a larger range to see what outcome we might see. For share repurchases, they bought back a lot recently, but 2.8 billion. I mean, it's grown like crazy. 1% for them would be about 2.4 billion. So about a little over 5 billion would be 1% share repurchases. And I mean, I think they can do that. That's maybe 40 to 50% in share repurchases, and then 50 to 60% reinvest back into yourselves, make intelligent acquisitions. Terminal PE with this type of growth rate, this type of dominance, I mean, maybe 20 is too low. I don't know. That's just what I think at the moment. And for cash, their dividend, they haven't paid it. So they've only paid it for 1 year. So I'm fine keeping it where it's at. I mean, I feel pretty good about most of these assumptions. Honestly, maybe the P is a little low. Let's do 22. I mean, at the end of 7 years, I still think they have 7 to 8% growth for another decade, probably. I think Salesforce is very good at putting themselves into the market and finding new ways to increase. And I know their AI is likely going to be, or their AI data storage is likely going to be very impressive. And so really, I'd pay a premium here. I don't know if I'd pay the premium that it currently is, but I think that, Salesforce definitely deserves a premium. But for me, I'm still not outreaching my assumptions before I do a deeper dive and before I become more comfortable with actually owning the company. So for now, I will be waiting until it drops a bit more. I hope you enjoy the video and have a great rest of your day. Thank you.